My next guest tonight is the co-creator of the wildly popular online character Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, which has been viewed over 20 million times. Her book, Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, Things About Me, is now a New York Times bestseller. Here's a look at Marcel.
Guess what I wear as a hat?
What?
A lentil. One time I nibbled on a piece of cheese and my cholesterol went up to 900. Guess what I used to tie my skis to my car?
What?
A hair. Guess what my skis are?
What?
Toenails from a man.
Please welcome Jenny Slate. Thanks so much for being here. First of all, I've worked in voiceover before for years. Years ago, I used to work on The Simpsons, and then when I heard your voice for the first time, I thought, how did this woman come up with this voice? It's fantastic, the Marcel voice.
Thank you. That's what I thought, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I had known that I could do it before, I would have done it. But it just came out, and then I just couldn't stop.
So you're in your apartment, and you're walking around going, I can't do it, but...
It sort of comes...
It sort of just sits right here.
It's so borderline creepy. And then, how did you decide, so you have the voice and you're doing it, how did you decide that the voice is the voice of a shell?
Ooh, yeah, that's a beautiful question.
Thank you.
Congratulations,
Conan. Thank you very much.
Well,
No, please.
no. I think that the character of Marcel is really beautiful, and I have always thought that shells are like the jewels of the sea, and the sea makes shells for animals that look basically like boogers, you know?
Right.
But the sea makes them for them to live in, and it's sort of an honor. And I don't know, it all just seemed like that's what he should be.
It does seem to
shell.
fit. Like you see the voice, you see the shell, they seem to come together. Did you do voices as a kid? Did you grow up? Because people who are good at voices usually do them as children.
Yeah, I've always done them, and thank God I have a job where I'm allowed to do them, you know? Otherwise I'd probably be in jail, or a mental hospital. But my whole family has weird, crazy voices. I'm from Boston, and
Woo! Me too, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why I let that person woo and I said nothing. Boston, eh? Never heard of it.
Yeah. One of my grandmothers, I've always loved her voice and loved to mimic it. She was born in Cuba, but her father was Turkish and her mother was Russian, and she grew up in France.
What?
So, I know.
That's craziness.
It's really weird, and her voice is it sounds like she sounds like a baby from an Asian country, somewhere, a non-specific Asian baby. When I told her that I was coming on TV to do your show, she was like, "Oh, Jenny, we're so happy for you, and we can't wait to see you on the television." You go on the TV, and then you come back sound and safe.
You should use that. What's that voice going to be? Were you going to put that on a shell?
Oh, my gosh. Well, there is actually one shell in Marcel's world that is based off of my other grandmother, Nana Connie. And her voice is "You are so smart, and you're gorgeous, but you're good. And that's the most important part." It's like no tone.
You know, I picture also a cigarette for some reason.
But no cigarettes.
Oh.
Just a lot of hairspray.
Okay, all right. That I can relate to.